kind of look at this farm-to-table dinner and kind of take it into a 3 different stage process.
And those are green onions?
First, we go to listen to the farm. And so what we want to do is Dr. Dunham and I, we go walk around the farm and see what's growing and see what's going to be ready and what's going to be at the peak of its perfection.
Yeah, it tastes totally different in time.
The second step is kind of coming up with a way to kind of showcase those ingredients and experiment and do something and learn something.
This is the Cornish, and then there's a giant Cornish.
We're using everything on the plate that comes directly from somewhere around the surrounding area. I mean, we used all of the eggs from Dr. Dunham's farm. We got that Cristobal goat cheese. Those are the kind of things, those are the challenges we're looking to do, and those are also, that's the exciting art form of being a chef and really kind of putting your heart and soul on a plate.
Basically, I think the biggest aspects to this are 2 things. One is the honor I feel that the produce we've been able to create, whether you want to say it's from God or whether you want to say it's from Mother Nature, the ability that we planted it, it grew, and it's of high enough quality to serve for this type of an event. But the other honor is to the produce itself. Just what Mother Nature can produce when given the opportunity.
One of the things that we did on this menu is we did an onion cookie, basically like an onion wafer. And I took these onions and I caramelized them for like 6 to 8 hours in a very low and slow fashion, the very textbook style. I was giving them to my hostesses and my wait staff, and I was saying, hey, try these cookies. And they look at me and they say, what is that flavor? And it was sweet, yet very oniony, and they were very pleased and very, wow, that's interesting. And so taking ingredients like sweet red onions right out of the garden of Dr. Dunham's farm and turning them into cookies is something that you can't do every day. And so that's why we really listen to the farm and say, okay, those onions are at the peak of their perfection. What are we gonna do with those? What can we push the limits? And that's just one simple example. I think farm to table is the most original way to cook, and yet it's the most lost in today's world. You know, you go to all these corporate restaurants, you get, you know, you get their this, their that, you know, and nothing came from a farm anywhere near. And I think is it not the purest way to cook nowadays?
Yeah, it's something I feel is lost because, I mean, we're losing a lot of the, you know, freshness with all the chemicals and all the preservatives that's in today's food and in supermarkets. And this is just like raw purity at its finest, coming straight from the farm to the table.
And Aaron, as a novice, as the young grasshopper in the group, what did you learn today? You had to have learned like 10 things, right? Did you learn what's the most insane thing that we cooked today that blew your mind the most?
Probably the ice cream, honestly. I'd never expected to have bourbon or bacon in an ice cream, but the two
saltiness,
together, yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. And that was all me. That was your baby daddy.
That was all me.
Where did you get that recipe? Was it from Le Cordon Bleu?
No, actually, I was working at a country club in Dallas, and we were doing a Thursday farm to fork deal, and we had a bacon honey ice cream that we ordered from one of our vendors, and so that just kind of stuck out in my mind. So when we started talking about the dessert here, I wanted to do something along those lines, but I wanted to figure out how to get bourbon into the ice cream, because I mean, bourbon, bacon, and ice cream is like 3 of America's favorite things. Why not put them all together?
Mark, what did you really think was going through my head when I said, I want to make a cocktail out of beets, carrots, and what do you think, gin or something like that?
Yeah, I think you just wanted to see how, like, if I could do it. I think it was a challenge. I mean, but that's what you want. I mean, you want to definitely have that nature between 2 people who share creativity to kind of push each other's envelope and really just kind of see what you can actually do and kind of get out of that comfort zone, do things I hadn't done before.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is as bright red as you can ever get a cocktail.
But really,
Pink.
That's pink.
in the like a
Super
fuchsia,
pink.
if you want to get technical or something like that.
Or magenta.
But yeah, there you go.
It's magenta.
Well, and Dr. Dunham pointed out something that was insane. He said if you take the tarragon and you chew it up and then you drink the cocktail, it changes the cocktail 360 degrees.
Well, yeah, because I mean the subtlety of the tarragon was in the simple syrup, you know, and so I really wanted to accentuate the beet and have that as just something that kind of as like a complementary flavor. I didn't want it to dominate, you know, I didn't want it to be a tarragon cocktail. for the
Beet
same
and
thing
carrot
twice.
cocktail coming to a menu near you.
Oh, please no.
Zoom in on my face when I say it. So Jill, like doing these kind of dinners and stuff, like what does it mean to kind of like be at the place that's kind of like pushing the limits when it comes to like food and you know serving just food on a plate is so boring. Now having stories and having kind of like all the background and having something so unique is what's in style. What's that mean?
Well, basically, from my experience, like when I'm out on the floor with our customers, they are impressed, number one, by the plating of everything, the presentation of everything, and second, these are things they've never experienced before. This is all new to them, and San Angelo is not a big place, so especially in this market, they're seeing things that they normally probably wouldn't be able to see unless they came to the Angry Cactus.
So the cool part about it is we got the whole goat in, right? But guess what? We got the whole goat in. So I got the testicles in the freezer, the heart in the freezer, the kidneys in the freezer, and the liver in the
Poor
freezer.
Cletus.
I'm telling you right now, we're gonna have a great dinner coming up soon. I'm gonna make some pate.
Go ahead, cheese.
Chicken fried goat balls. Have you ever had them?
No, no plan on
Can
it.
you make a cocktail out of chicken fried goat balls?
They can be
Hey,
garnished,
that's
maybe.
gonna be.
A Bloody Mary?
He's gonna give us go balls for his for the Iron Chef dinner.
Oh, sweet.
That's what he's gonna do.
Dang,
That's
She's
what
good.
he's
Okay.
gonna
that would be good. And then
Good luck with that, guys.
And then Chef
Start
Angelo
looking
Ramsey will
into
throw
it.
them at the wall.
Start looking into it.